Good morning, guys. Today is May the 4th, so it's May the 4th be with you. Hope you guys had a really nice weekend, enjoyed the nice weather, but socially distanced from everyone. Today I am going to give you two little lessons. Okay, on Wednesday when we meet again, you're going to take a quiz on everything we have done so far. And on Wednesday, I'll break down what the quiz is on. It's not like you need to study ahead of time for the quiz because you'll get the quiz on Wednesday and you can study for it on Wednesday and Thursday and hand it in by Friday, 9 o'clock. Okay, so first thing I want to talk to is change of base formula. Now, this lesson is actually getting obsolete as the years are going on, and let me explain why. So, if I gave you log base 7 of 21, and I told you to figure it out. What is the log base 7 of 21? Now, it's not one that we did last week where I asked you to evaluate and you were able to rewrite it, because think about it. If I did that here, if I rewrote this, 7 to some power is 21, well, that does not make sense. Okay, you can't raise 7 to any power and get 21. Well, you can, but it's going to be some decimal. Now, here's the other problem, is on your calculators. Now, I'm using a graphing calculator, all right? If you have, you know what, guys, hold on a second. Let me see if I shut this light, open that light, and put this lamp on, if maybe you could see a little better. You still have a light on it, but I think it's a little better. If you're using your regular scientific calculator, when you hit the word log, okay, notice it doesn't have a base there. Okay, that means it's base 10. All of your calculators are built to only solve base 10 problems. This is a base of 7. So this, you can't punch this into the calculator. Okay, so if you have your basic scientific calculator, not a graphing calculator, you have this. Those of you who have the newer version, you might have, when you press the word log, a little box down there which lets you solve these. Then this lesson is for nothing. And in fact, this calculator is old. It doesn't have that box there, but this calculator had an update. And if I hit on, so if you have this one, if you hit the word math, okay, see how this menu comes up? If you keep scrolling past 7, down to, I think it's A, see? They added A. They got 1 through 10 and then they started with the letter A. Notice it says log base. I could hit enter. Oh, I should have cleared out the other one. And notice how they have this little box there. I don't know if you could see that. All right, let me just do that again without the other log. So again, I hit math. I scroll. You can scroll up or down. Up would be quicker because you probably get there quicker. To letter A, where it says log base, I hit enter. And now it has that box there. So since I'm trying to find log base 7 of 21, I'll put 7 in that little box. I'll scroll over, put 21 in this box, and hit enter. And I get the answer. The answer is 1.56. Let's go to the third place, 5. Okay, but what if you don't have a fancy schmancy calculator? Okay, what if you just have a scientific calculator? What if your calculator didn't get the update? Then we need to be able to solve this without just plugging it in. That's where the change of base formula goes. The change of base formula looks like this. If you have the log base A of anything, you rewrite it as a division problem. It becomes log base 10, notice I didn't put a base there, of the B, divided by log base 10 of A, because all your calculators are set up to do base 10. So that's the case. If I took this and I wanted to use the change of base formula, if I didn't have a fancy schmancy calculator, I would take log base 7 of 21 and rewrite it as log of 21 divided by log of 7. And I don't have to worry about the bases because everything's in base 10. Let's see if that works. So I just use, oh, there you go, you can see that better. I just use log 21, close those parentheses. Make sure you close those parentheses, otherwise the math is going to be different. Divided by the log of 7. And the calculator tells me that it is about 1.565. Okay, so you can solve these using your calculator if your calculator is able to do this, but if not, you have the change of base formula. And if you wanted, you can check it. We know that this rewrites to this. Let's see if 7 raised to this power gives me about 21. 7, I gotta get out of that glare, raised to 1.565. Now remember, it's not going to be exact because look at that big number up there. In fact, if I wanted, I could just hit second answer. It's going to be close though. Oh, very close, 21.017. Okay, so this is something just called the change of base formula. Again, I'll show it to you one more time. Log base 3 of 5. You're just going to rewrite it as the log base 10 of 5. Remember, we never write base 10. Over log base 10 of 3. Go to your calculator. And you're going to hit log of 5, close your parentheses, divided by log of 3, close your parentheses, and you're going to get 1.465. Now, I just want to show you something. If I didn't close my parentheses and I hit log 5 divided by log 3, what the calculator is reading here is you are going to find the log of the math problem here of 5 divided by log base 3. And look, you're going to get a completely different answer. So those parentheses are important. So that's it for this part of the lesson, the change your base formula. And this is basically what your homework's going to be on. And again, guys, if you have a fancy schmancy calculator that can do the whole log thing, that has that little box there, then don't even worry about doing it this way. You could do it that way. All I need to know is that you have a way of getting this answer if it's not in base 10. Okay, the next important thing I want to show you is 2 rules that's going to come in handy when we start solving these, okay, on Friday. The first rule is anytime you have a log base b of b where these are the same, okay, and it's raised to some power, the answer is always going to be that power. And you're like, the heck is she talking about? I'll show you. If you're given, okay, log base 3, okay, of 3, we'll just leave it like that, okay, to the 5th, okay, this log base 3 of 3 basically is gone and your answer is just 5, okay, so that's what I want you to see. And if you think about it, we know that when we have log base 3 of 3 and we want to evaluate it, we set it equal to x. Okay, if I rewrote this, 3 to the x equals, oops, sorry, that's not equals, equals 3 to the 1. Okay, that the exponent here is the same thing as the answer, x equal 1. All right, and that's what's going on here. If I rewrote this, okay, it's 3 to the x equals 3 to the 5, x equals 5. Think about it. 3 to the 5 equals 3 to the 5. So that's why 5 equals 5. All right, so all you need to know is when you have, let me have paper, let me flip this. All right, so when you have something like log base 4 of 4, 7, what is this going to be? This cancels out, you're just going to get 7. Okay, it's going to come in handy. Now, sometimes this is not so obvious. For example, let's say I had log base 2 of 16 to the x power. Well, so far when we've done this, these two have been the same and they're not. But I know I can rewrite 16 in a base of 2. You can never change the base. The base is the base. But I can rewrite this. I could rewrite this as log base 2 of 2 to the fourth power, the x, right? Isn't 2 to the fourth power 16? If that's the case, the log base 2 of 2 cancels out, and my answer is 4x. All right, this is just something to keep in the back of your head that it's very important. Also, you might see something written as an exponent. I want you to be aware of that. If you have anything raised to the log base b of some letter, the log b cancels out, and your answer will always be m. Again, these are just properties you need to know. You don't need to evaluate or think them through. Just know, for example, if I have 4 log 4 of 3x, the 4 to the log 4 cancels out, and your answer is simply 3x. Okay? Today's homework is going to be in your textbook. It is going to be, I'm going to show you a picture of it. On page, if you want to know, it's page, but I'll put the picture in the bit, page 185. It is 49 to 58, and it's just using the change of base. So it's all calculator. And if you guys have, like I say, the fancy schmancy one, you're good to go. All right, so I'm going to put the homework up here so you guys can see it, because I know some people don't have the textbook at home. All right, let me focus that in a little better for you guys. All right, so you're just going to use the change of base formula on all these. Okay, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Enjoy a day. Miss you guys. Hope everybody's safe. If you need anything, just send me a text.